Hi, Larry Kruger again, another session of Ask the Expert. Today I'm going to just ramble on about the importance of talking to a sales representative. Before you go out for an RFP, may I suggest going out for an RFC, a request for conversation. I'm going to kind of try to explain our situation in the sales world right now and why I think a lot of pricing is really focusing on the bottom line. We can get anything we want online. We can get all the information we need basically in seconds. A salesperson's job years ago in the days of old was to basically provide our clients with information and speak about what's going on in the industry and bring in information and allow you to digest that. A lot of organizations used to meet with salespeople for that very reason, to keep up with what's going on. In today's society, we're all very busy. We don't have time to do that. And we're also caught up in our own little orbit. We hear a lot about disruptive services and things of that nature. The fact of the matter is everybody, talks about disruption, but nobody wants to be disturbed. Nobody wants to take the time to talk to anybody because they think that they can get all of their information very quickly and instantly. The problem with that is that we all get caught up in our own orbit. If we're dealing with a supplier, we're basically caught in that orbit. They may call themselves consultants, but rest assured, everyone has an agenda. If the individuals are calling on you representing an organization, they're representing that organization. We're seeing in the relocation industry a lot of organizations relying on their RMCs or the people that they're dealing with to bring them information as to what is happening in the industry. Now think about that for a moment. If I'm dealing with you and I know that in the industry my competitor has a fantastic product that is exactly what you want, I'd be damned if I came in and tell you that. Nobody would. It's ridiculous. Nobody's going to tell you if a competitor has a better product. It just doesn't make any sense. The agenda, the orbit, is to kind of keep you focused on what I'm selling or what they are selling and the services that they're bringing to you. So when you stay in that orbit, when you don't speak to salespeople, because they have some sort of Svengali mind-melting ability that if you let them into your office, they're going to trick you into buying something that you don't want. That's not what professional representatives are all about. A professional representative, someone that wants to come in and find out what your problems are and see if they have a solution to meet that problem. And a good representative, if they don't have a solution, will tell you that. It's easier, fail early. It's easier just to let you know, hey, we can't help you. We want to stay in touch with you. If anything ever goes wrong, we're really good at this, and the other thing. But it's ridiculous to try and offer clients something that you don't have and that you're good at. The firm I work with, we specialize in cross-border US, Canada, and Canadian business. That's our footprint. That's what we're really, really good at. That's what I sell to people. We also do, other things, but that's our real forte, if you will. So when we don't speak, when we don't request a conversation, we don't know what's going on outside of our orbit. When it's time to develop an RFP, in many cases, the group that we're working with will give us some suggestions. I call it wiring an RFP. They basically give you information that looks very good about their company. They're not giving you general, information you should be looking for. Or if you go to procurement, they're, really condensing the abilities of an organization into possibly 100 words. We've heard of RFP coming out and say, in 100 words or less, explain to us why you're so good. And that just limits everything. Obviously, procurement is trying to get us all into our little pigeonhole so that price is the underlying factor. But there's a lot of subtleties and gray areas that you may not know about an organization or the entire industry. Representatives should have more information on the industry than you can get basically any place. And it's very simple just to ask a representative for a coffee, or if someone calls you, give them the time of day, do a little bit of an exploratory discussion as to what's new in the industry, what's happening in the industry, who's where, what's new. It's important if you're purchasing or if you're utilizing a product to request a conversation. So hopefully you'll do that. I'm open for a call. My number's on my LinkedIn page. Give it some thought and request a conversation. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.